Me siento muy emocionada, muy con sentimientos encontrados muy buenos.
Estoy de visita en Oxapampa y gracias a Dios conocí al caballero Samuel.
It was amazing. It changed my life. Even changed my decision making, everything. It changed me a lot.
De verdad que me ha caído, pero como que a pelo, porque necesitaba, creo, justo en ese momento escuchar algo así. Así que lo recomiendo bastante, que entren a la web y averigüen más. Yo voy a averiguar más del tema, porque realmente me ha gustado mucho.
Welcome, Daisy Show. Well, it's 2020, and the virus is doing its thing. People have been sheltering in place, is what they say. Kind of feels like incarceration. I've never sheltered in place for, I can't remember how long now. I know it's more than 2 months. And there's no alarm set on the clock to wake anybody up. It's like we don't know what's going to happen. Literally, we don't know what's going to happen. It's like the first day of junior high. You know, lots going on, and what's going to happen, not sure, but it's kind of exciting. So, my name's Sam Bell. Daisy's my guardian angel. She's on my right-hand side. I don't see her, I don't hear her. And we have a rapport. So what I do is I'm a conscious channel, so I don't leave my body. And I have a very strong rapport with Daisy. And so if you sign your name black ink on clean white paper, take a digital photo, email it to the show, sambellshow@gmail.com. You'll get a free reading. Fernando will put your name in the fishbowl and we'll pull it out if you put, wherever it comes out of the batch. If I share some information that's coming from the other side, it's guidance. It's to guide. It's not to tell you what to do or to actually give you any answers. It's to help guide you so that you, wherever you're at in the path, up the right-hand side, up the mountain or down the mountain, it's just guidance. So if I'm describing someone, and then Daisy helps with giving the suggestion, if there is a suggestion from the other side, to help that person, he or she, to help that person learn their lessons with the least amount of pain. These are charted lessons. Then when you sign your name, you send it in, we pull it out. I do the reading. I only use your first name, and you'll be told a week ahead of time before it's on the show. And I do individuals and couples. And today we are going to have a couple, Luis and Lucia. Lucia, Lucia. Luis, Luis, and Lucia, Lucia. And the third individual, that's a couple, husband and wife. And then Ariana. So your guardian angel, who's been with you at your right-hand side since the beginning, more or less, this incarnation, and will escort you to the other side when the time comes, help you sort through stuff, spiritual stuff. Is you sign your name, send it in, then your guardian angel it's okay for them to be a messenger. They are a messenger. So it's okay for them to be a messenger and send telepathically information to Daisy, my guardian angel. And there's a very unique telepathy. The modality for telepathy is unconditional love. So angels, especially guardian angels, since they're a messenger, they can go all the way to source. So you got to be pretty heavy duty to even get near source. This is the entity, the energy of just unconditional love, maxed out, past comprehension, that produces the universe, the energy for things to orbit like the sun and galaxies. So then Daisy tries to get that into my mind. So it's going from sixth dimension into third dimension. We're here in the third dimension. Now we're learning our lessons. Hello, Earth is a school. So, and then I'm a speech and language pathologist. Correction, well, I still am. Haven't changed. It's just I'm not licensed anymore in California, and I'm living in Peru. So you need help, contact me if you're not in the United States. Sorry. So then Daisy tries to get the information into my mind. And I'm saying tries, because as my first wife said, and my second wife said, and my third wife hasn't said, but she's probably thought, I'm not that smart. So being a conscious channel doesn't make me any smarter, or doesn't make me any better, okay? Just means I've been to the other side. I have an established, you could call entanglement, and I'm an empathic person since that experience. And so this time and place, it's me, you, every one of your loved ones, your pets. They're all like, what's going on? What day is it? You know, oh, I'm tired of making sandwiches. You know, let's see, we have $13 between us. Now what do we do? You know, it's kind of like, a lot of people are suffering. A lot of children are suffering. A lot of single mothers are suffering. It's times like this that individuals, they feel they're in a pit and it's dark, you know. And you can't get out, and you don't even see the edge. So, at that time, often some of the truest prayers and petitions go towards divine source for protection for their loved ones, for protection for everyone, protection for yourself and one another. And it's very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. Now, Los Angeles, California, they can see the mountains. There's fresh air. Check that out. That's pretty cool. Petroleum products, the unwanted consequences of gasoline and diesel are cut by at least 50%. So the price went down. People have learned to do stuff from home. Stuff they don't need to get in the car and do in traffic and burn up fuel and risk their lives and God knows what. And because the health factors that are perceived, okay, the perceived health factors have been shattered. People are like, geez, what do I do? You know, better take care of myself because you can't go to the doctor. You know, not going to get this, not going to get that. You know, so people are actually more conscious of treating the environment in a loving fashion and treating themselves in a loving fashion, globally. And I don't know if that's happened before in less than 10 million years. So to repeat, yeah, it's been hell. It's not fun. Everything changed. It was earth shattering. And a benefit is the environment made a dramatic change. Now I think, okay, I can see the mountains, I'm in LA, oh look, and then people are going, oh look, the stars at night. It's like, oh look, and it's like, yeah. Well, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the thoughts that are occurring in your mind are based on memories and combinations of memories that are attached to sounds. Attached to the sounds, like I'm making sounds now and it's going in your ears and you're attaching it to the thoughts that are attached to memories. Now, you know, thoughts and speech, they're kind of combined there. You following me on that one? So let's just kind of proceed a little bit. In here are your lungs, and that's what you do. You blow air through your vocal cords. Everybody go like this. You feel that vibration? That's your vocal cords. So when I say memories, all of those thought forms that are in my mind are also attached to the physical feelings of my respiratory system. Actually, it's more powerful. Seriously. You think, oh, how can it be more powerful? How we just did, that's what you do when you're retrieving thought forms. That's what you do. You go, Your mind's processing stuff. So when you breathe and you talk and you think and you feel, it's all dependent on oxygen content, O2, oxygen content, O2, okay? Before and after, LA, big difference. A lot more oxygen in the air. People can think more clearly. They might not be more happier. If people are learning a bunch of horrible lessons, all people are learning a bunch of horrible lessons, but from Mother Nature's perspective, it's all good. Think about it. If human beings don't respect one another, if human beings don't respect the earth, and if human beings don't respect themselves, what good is it? What good are they? Well, Mother Nature's not going away. Nature has a consciousness. Hello? Nature has a consciousness. The planet has a consciousness. That's a challenge for Earth pilgrims, people like us, to understand, but it is the truth. So this oxygen improvement helps Mother Nature, and it'll also help people. And oftentimes when things are easy going, people pretend to pray. And, you know, they will go to church or whatever, or pray, or, you know. But when it's difficult, you know, when you're in the life raft out in the middle of the ocean, or you're stuck in that hole, somehow the prayers have a lot more timbre, T-I-M-B-R-E. I think that's the correct term. Timbre, it's just stronger feelings. So I channel angels. I'm here to help people learn their lessons with the least amount of pain. This isn't going to cost you anything. If you listen, you might learn something. You might want to share something with me. You want to share an experience with me? Go to the website, SamBellShow.com. Now, 1929, there was this person, Mabel, and she was a young lady. She had a dream, crazy dream. Angel came and said she was going to write a book. She grows up, she writes a book, it gets published. The angel shows back up and says, you know, I'm going to dictate this book to you. Now she's right-handed, so she starts writing with her left hand. She's right-handed. She starts writing with her left hand, and she writes from the last word in the book to the first word in the book. Backward. So her guardian angel and her spirit guides helped her. So I'm going to read a portion here for educational purposes. Okay, page 243. The New Age. This is written in 1929. This is the chapter. There is a very great winnowing at this time. The wheat is truly being separated from the chaff, and it is all to serve the wonderful purpose of the future. Stand firm, For we all need your small bodies of sound and honest endeavor. They shine through the world's darkness, and wherever we see these lights, there we show forth our power in every way. Great will be the knitting together of all such material later on. And then the real progress of the future spiritual kingdom on earth will be established. Pretty cool, huh? I think it's pretty cool. All right, so we have 3 people today, and we have Ariana, Louis, and Lucia. And Louis and Lucia are husband and wife. I do private readings, of course. Got to survive, Go to the website, SamBellShow.com. And you can book it online. It's easy. And so that's a couples reading for 2 people. So it's interesting, or it can be interesting. And then we have Ariana. So let's start with Ariana. I've got Ariana on the screen here. So I have an image of her first name, her name in signature. And she's done it on a new piece of paper. She did it with blue ink. I prefer black ink, but she wants to do blue. That's okay too. And she wrote that accessing concepts that are in her mind, that have filtered up, bubbled up, that she would like, at the time she wrote this, bubbled up with an intent to communicate with her guardian angel and Daisy and me. Okay, so that's coming from inside her, out, the old Crayola or whatever. This looks like a medium, high-end cross pen. And her heart chakra's right here. Right here. This is your heart chakra. It's kind of a big deal. So, most often people that are open to have their guardian angel channeled are so loving, man. Actually, almost always. But, so, it's always cool. For me, it's very, very cool. So we'll start with Miss Ariana. Hello, Miss Ariana. This is not how you perceive yourself. This is not how others perceive you. This is how Divine Source made you. It does not make you good. It does not make you bad. It's just the way you are. There's no judgment whatsoever. You're not better than Hitler. You're not worse than Lord Buddha. And I will tell you the important things first. First thing, most important thing, you really, that's 5 reallys. 6 reallys is the maximum being normal, really. So it's slightly outside normal, spiritual. Okay? Now that doesn't make you better than somebody's like, really mid-normal spiritual. They're not that spiritual, but you're slightly outside normal spiritual, right? 6 is max, you're a 7. Slightly outside normal spiritual. So that's the main thing. That's the whole ball game for you, Peaches. It's not complicated. Well, it's not the whole ball game, but it's like there's 9 innings in a baseball game. That's like about 8 innings right there. Okay? So no matter what comes after this, you're in the spiritual zone on a, Harley Davidson maxed out, oil spraying out. Or actually, you'd probably be in a nice new truck towing a Harley Davidson. Like custom trailer. So, spiritual, baby. Spiritual, spiritual, spiritual. Next thing that's not as important, but it's the next thing, is you kind of have two different speeds. Okay? Two different speeds as you're blasting down the highway in spiritual. About 30% of the time, you're like a professional poker player. You're like talking, yeah, whatever, or got their face down, and they got the glasses, whatever. These guys you see on TV, the professional poker players. About 30% of the time, you're like that. It's like, let's do it the right way and get it over with. And then 70% of the time is like, man, this is so much fun. It's like going on a ski trip, You got a nice four-wheeler and you're in the mountains and you love to ski, and, you're going to a cabin for the, 4-day weekend or something. It's like, so 30% of the time it's, like Evel Knievel before the jump. And then 70% of the time is just, yeah, it's a wonderful toboggan ride of unconditional love with an incredibly spiritual person. It's a toboggan ride of unimaginable, unconditional love and a very spiritual person. That's what I'm trying to share. Toboggans, if you're South America being translated, it's the thing you sit on and you go sliding down the hill. Like 9-year-olds would love a toboggan. And if you're any older than that, you're not as, you hit a tree or something, it's all over. So, to review, incredibly spiritual soul. 30% of her, it's seriously, her way or the highway. And then 70% of the time, super fine, super fine, super fine. Okay? Next. Well, I have to address this topic, sweetheart, and you already know what I'm going to say. Okay, so I'm not going to say it. Just read my lips. And for those who are in Braille, I have to be, I'm saying likes control very slowly. So for all you people that hear, don't listen to that. Braille means, the little piece of paper with the bumps on it that blind people feel. Correction. Yeah, blind people. Because they can attach the tactile to the sound, because they can still hear, to stimulate the concepts. So, so you really, 6 is the maximum normal, really, that's moderately outside normal, like control. Okay? So I'm not saying it's a tremendous amount of you. I'm just saying it's a tremendous perspective for a spiritual person who really enjoys being happy and joyful and is not going to do anything else. And if she has to be super stubborn and maybe even ornery, I mean, you're not going to beat anybody up or anything, but you might even be, kind of like, I won't say rude, but rude-ish and stubborn. You like control. It's kind of like I don't know the guy's name, but he just screams a lot of swear words. He's a professional chef, and he just, you're going to deep freeze and pull out this chicken that's been there since, last Thanksgiving or something. He'll order duck, and they'll go, what is this? This is canned duck. And you're like, oh. He just starts screaming. I think he's, I don't know, Australian? I don't know. Anyway, but it's kind of, he just wants things to be perfect. You put the brush up on the cup, so you're that zone. You're that zone. Okay? So anybody that hangs with you, they don't have any choice in what the hell's going on. Unless you allow it. Okay? And you'll, 7% of the time you're cool. But the control issue is a pretty big factor. Thank God you're so spiritual. Because if you weren't so spiritual and 70% party girl, it would be rough. You're the person that says something they're going to do it, they're going to do it. And they'll do it with a smile on their face and get it completed on time. Every single time. And if they have to come in sick, they'll come in sick. I mean, it's awesome. Awesome. Ultra honest. Okay? And people think, oh, God likes control. They think, oh no, I'd rather have zits. No, you don't want zits. Desiring control and being spiritual is in the ball game. Because you're going to have control because you're locked down. You weren't prepared to be locked down. You went to bed one day and they said, oh, look, something's happening. And then the next day they said, only on Monday. And then the next thing they said, you got to have a mask. And then they said, you can't go outside now. And now they're saying, only 2 more months. Martial law. Only 2 more months. Martial law. Martial law. So the subconscious thought forms that are attached to martial law, or the new normal, martial law, the new normal, martial law, provides someone with yourself who likes control a hell. Hello, hell, it's hell. Couldn't get any worse. You can't do anything you used to do what you wanted to do. So what happens is the air gets cleaned. Mother Nature cleans the surface of the planet. And a lot of individuals who are super spiritual are tested big time. And it's kind of like what Mabel talked about at that beginning. I'll read it again. I'll read part of it. So, the question is, are you open for a suggestion? You are? Okay, I assume you are. Well, Miss Ariana, you're not doing anything wrong. You couldn't do anything wrong if somebody threatened to kill you if you didn't do something. If you did something, if they said, we're going to kill you if you do something wrong, you go, fuck you, I'll take you on. I'm not going to get, kill me while I'm trying to take you out. That's not you. You're, spiritual zone. Some people call it Christ consciousness. Okay? It's just a quantity of unconditional love that goes through a little funnel into a earth pilgrim yourself. Okay? That you can tolerate. Okay? It's an immense amount. So, here's a suggestion. It's only a suggestion you can apply to yourself, and that is, you're going to have to address the stresses of the conditions that you are in. You are going to have to address the stresses of the conditions you are in. Nobody's going to come out of the woodwork and help you. Nobody's going to walk up, knock on the door and say, here, the stresses are going away, everything's going to be fine, It's not going that trajectory. It could. And if it does, all that would happen would be you learn to address stresses. And the earth would be a little cleaner. and a lot of people would work from home. And a lot of children would be homeschooled. And the people that promote vaccines would find out that we have vaccines that work and vaccines that we don't know if they work. And we know that the ones that work. And those are like very helpful vaccines. You know, people go, well, all natural. You know. So I just share to everyone, for those that are natural, eating natural, you're blessed to be able to get natural food. The big cities, good luck. So for reduced access for health, for nutrition, but increased oxygen in the air, people will lose weight, and some people can meditate and go within. And what will happen, we won't have as many people on the highways burning up petroleum products. Also, technologies that we have accessible today give global communications, which can solve a lot of problems. Big time. Big time. So, for example, this show will provide a meditation for you. Okay, Fernando, please send her a meditation. Ariana, Spanish and English, I don't know if she's Spanish or English, but a Spanish meditation, both. Send all of our guests a Spanish meditation. So, now, to learn control, you're going to have to use your mind. It's like, you know, kind of your higher self kind of thing. And control your brain, you know, inside your skull. With what's going on, using your willpower. It's called your willpower. That's what you use, that zone. And if you don't love yourself, it's not going to happen. If you love yourself, it'll happen, no problem. Because you know where you are. You're sheltered in place in your physical vehicle, your suit of flesh. Would be one way to think about it. So when your mind controls your brain, what happens is that's the same mind you're going to take when you go to heaven. That's the same mind you had before you were incarnated. It's the same mind you had when you were in your mother's, tummy. It's the same mind that's listening to this right now, looking at me. Hello, it's my mind communicating with your mind. So when you're, in the hospital bed and you're going, and you never inhale again, that mind just goes up to like the ceiling and looks around and sees what's going on, and it takes off. It's very, very cool. All the near-death stuff is very, very cool. Same mind. And if you come back, the same mind will come back and go in your brain. And then your brain, does stuff, starts the heart, whatever. Very cool. So when you do meditation, sweetheart, especially someone as brilliant and loving as you, do some breathing, like in your meditations I'll send you. Or you can go to the website, SamBellShow.com. It's free right there, Spanish English meditation, if you want. What happens is you reduce your stress, you'll feel better, and then you won't want so much control. See, the control issues are oftentimes more prevalent when the person's under stress. So obviously there's a lot of stress now, and probably the things that you would like to control, you're trying to control because of all the stress. So if you if you begin a habit pattern of sunrise, sunset, you sit up straight, back straight. Okay? 34 minutes. Okay, well, I'm going to give you a quick meditation, sweetheart. This is for you and all your loved ones, everyone out there. This is a very powerful one. This is a very, very powerful one. I want you to sit up straight, back straight, feet flat on the floor. Put your palms up on your lap, and you're going to listen to me and relax. And this is called the Egyptian position, and it's been done for a long time. And so when you put yourself into this position and use your willpower, your ability to focus, and unconditional love, you tap into some morphic resonances that retain energies that allow you to entrain with those energies, with your thought forms, which you are creating within your brain using your willpower, your unconditional love, and your ability to focus. Those are three things you have right now: willpower, ability to focus, and unconditional love. And those are three things you take with you. And those are three things you had before you were born. And you can go to the best hospital in the world and say, I want an x-ray of my willpower. I want a CAT scan of my unconditional love. Cut out a piece of my ability to focus. It's not going to happen. Those are things you have now and things you take with you. So when you exercise those things here, right now, you're connecting to big power. Big power. Because I am saying unconditional love. I'm not saying money. I'm not saying power. I'm not saying kingdoms. I'm saying unconditional love. And to define that as best I can, it's the exact same feelings as a mother has for their newborn or a father has for the newborn, and they're holding them in their arms for the first time. It's exact same feeling. Or grandma or grandpa was holding them, the exact same feeling. And it's just more powerful. A quick example would be, if you have a bunch of them, say it's a ladies' executive group, say it's the YWCA Young Women's Christian Association, I think it's YWCA. So they're having a big meeting, like international meeting, or some big meeting, and there's like 30 ladies in there in their suits with their, $400 purses. And they got the red shoes and everything matches. And somebody comes in with a newborn baby, all those ladies are going to go from, yes, I think we should spend 40, but oh, baby. And everybody goes into Nutville. Ooh. Everybody does. Well, the ladies will. Well, that's natural. That's totally natural, and that's how the child learns, and it's naturally coming out of those people because they're so loving. That's the zone. So it's been going on a long time. So I want you to use that unconditional love for yourself and follow these instructions. Any other sounds or distractions in the room will just make you relax more. Okay, feet flat on the floor. Palms up, start breathing in through your nose, enormous breath slowly, and exhaling them completely. Sit up straight, palms up, spine straight. Relax your feet, your calves, bring it up, relax your thighs, your buttocks, your torso, big breaths. Relax it all, bring it on up, your shoulders, arms, fingers, bring it all the way up. Your scalp, your eyelids, everything, bring it all the way up, all the way up. Total relaxation with the next breath. Okay, now you're seated there, you're listening to this. I'm Sam Bell. This is a hypnotic event. You're going to relax and listen to this. Nothing's going to happen to you. You're perfectly fine. I want you to imagine this. Allow yourself to feel these feelings. They're just feelings now. They're just feelings. You're sitting there, breathing deeply. These are just feelings in your mind. Okay, you're perfectly safe. Breathe in. I want you to feel these feelings. These are real feelings in this story. It's a beautiful night. It's beautiful. Hills to the left and a city to the right. Beautiful city. Beautiful. Lights are sparkling. Man, that is gorgeous. That's a Golden Gate Bridge. Look at that thing, man. Whew, it's beautiful. Here goes a car. There's like no traffic, man. It's so weird. There's lockdown. The sky is so clear. The moon is so bright up above. Oh. I thought I was gonna die. I jumped off the effing bridge. I didn't die. I'm floating. I'm floating. The water's going so cold. I'm gonna die. Floating out San Francisco Bay. I'm floating out into the Pacific Ocean. I didn't die. I didn't. Maybe I am dead and I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm supposed to die. Oh. Come on under. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna. Ding ding. Ding ding. Ding ding. What's that? It's a boat. Oh, it's one of those little boats you see like a fisherman's wharf. He's coming this way. Come on, baby. He's fighting the tide. Look at it. He's there on his boat. He's there on his boat. Come this way. Yeah. Oh, he's got the light. He's got the light. There's some guy. He's in the back. Look, he's got a coat on. He's got the hat. He's smoking a pipe. He looks like a big Popeye. Come on, baby. I just gotta stay up. I could float. He's coming right to me. I can't believe he sees me. Oh, he must see my head. I can't raise my hands. I'm freezing. Am I dead? I don't know, man. He's coming. Okay, he's looking. He's coming to me. He's coming to me. He sees me. He's strong. He is strong. He's coming to me. He saved me. Oh, thank goodness. Take my hand, take it. Oh, his hand is so powerful. He's pulling me up. I'm up. He's pulling me up. He's pulling me up. He's pulling me onto the boat. Oh, he's me. It is me. It is me pulling myself. I'm blending into myself. I'm on the boat. I'm blending in. I'm on the boat. I'm strong. I am now that man. I am now that person. I am now that soul. I am now that woman. From that girl to that woman. From that boy to that man. Each of you have an inner strength inside of you. An inner strength, the same strength that you had before you were born. The strength you have now. And the strength you will have on the other side. Take 3 deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, visualizing the white light of the Holy Spirit entering your body, permeating your entire physical vehicle, your entire physical being. Within each exhalation, out your mouth, any greed, anger, pain, exhale and visualize the smoke and ash. And when we're done, you'll feel better than you've ever felt before. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Ariana, you and all your loved ones are always in my prayers. Do that meditation, sunrise, sunset. I guarantee you, you will feel better. Won't take any medication, doesn't cost anything. Okay, next person, 45 minutes. Okay. Well, I'm going to read Mabel Beatty one more time for educational purposes. The New Age. Isn't that funny? 1929. Bless her heart. And she wasn't spiritual. She wasn't, a Bible thumper or any big religion. She was just kind of like neutral. But a loving person. Those factors we're talking about, unconditional love. So, those unconditional love energies are what make the DNA of your suit of flesh do its thing. The little thing. So those sounds, thing, are attached to every thought form that's can be applied. And I'm just using that as a general term because people don't think about how their body stays at a certain temperature 24/7 their whole life. Any idea how hard it would be to design a physical thing that would stay the same temperature for its entire life when it's eating popcorn and beer and pizza and spaghetti and all different kinds of things? It's not easy to design something like that. And then have the molecular, atomic, subatomic particles all orchestrating to produce wheat, milk, water. Very complicated. So I'll just say thing while your body does its thing. To learn lessons with the least amount of pain. So you become into a densified state, and then you are in this school that has charted lessons, and then you go home, which is heaven. Okay, Mabel, then I'll be doing the couples. Luis, thank you for being patient, Luis and Luisha. 243, the New Age. There is a very great winnowing. I guess that's like a trimming down, separating. At this time, the wheat truly is being separated from the chaff. And it is all to serve the wonderful purpose of the future. That's worth focusing on. Stand firm, for we all need your small bodies of sound and honest endeavor. Shine through the world's darkness. And wherever we see the lights, there we show forth our power in every way. Very true words. Great will be the knitting together of all such material later on. And then the real progress of the future spiritual kingdom on earth will be established. Will be established. So, in general, we kind of start off as embryos and then we pop out. And birds, eggs, they're in an embryo or a shell, and they pop out. Kangaroos, they don't have an egg, but they pop out, then they pop in mommy's pouch. So, with all of those things, there's something on the inside that grows and then it pops out. Pops out. So the baby bird breaks out of the shell, So they were in the darkness, they're enclosed, all they know is, what the hell's going on? You know, and then they have this little, and they actually have a little thing on their beak for breaking the shell. So all these atomic particles, subatomic particles, space between subatomic particles, and the coordination with stars and planets, and the materials required to do that, all happen to make this little bird inside break out of the shell. Now, if someone breaks the shell and goes in, usually the bird dies. So each of us now, every single person on the planet now is in a shell. Every single one of us, male, female, boy, girl, elder, mom, elder, grandpa, grandmom, are in a shell of sorts. And you have to work at being strong each day. It just doesn't happen. And one way to do that is to strengthen your willpower, your ability to focus on your unconditional love and meditate. Because you're going to have to do that anyway, and that's what you're really taking. And you'll find that when you meditate, you'll have a little more control of what's happening. Okay. Alrighty, next person. Okay, we have, let's see who it is. Luis. Okay, Luis, the way I do it is always ladies first, bro. Okay, we'll do your wife first. Lucia. Hello, Lucia. All right, here we go. Cool, baby. Well, I try to do my shows between 35 minutes and 55 minutes, and right now we're at 52 minutes. So I'm very lucky to have to go through, sorry, Lucia. I mean, I apologize. So I apologize for racing a little bit here, but I'm not going to skip anything. This is very, very, very important. This is her guardian angel sending information to Daisy, and Daisy's sending it to me so that Lucia can learn all her lessons with the least amount of pain. Okay, that's the purpose of this. So before she incarnated, she sat down with her guardian angel and spirit guides and old grandpas and grandmas that haven't been around. Everybody sits down, she writes down what I want to learn. I want to learn, coloring, or I want to learn, biology, or whatever lesson she wants to learn. Patience, compassion, not judging. And then she puts him down on there, like whatever, I want to learn this, and what amount, I want to do this, and then it kind of goes into like a big spiritual computer. It's called, we just use the word God, or divine source, or whatever. And then it kind of gets blended in with a whole bunch of other people that want to learn similar lessons. They can work in there. Okay, want to work in lessons that are work in there. It's like, what? I charted for that thing to happen? Yes, you did. What? Yes, you charted that, sweetheart, Peaches, young man. You charted it. Okay, so. Okay, Lucia, this is not how you perceive yourself. This is not how others perceive you. This is how Divine Source made you. It doesn't make you good. It doesn't make you bad. It's just the way you are. There is no judgment whatsoever. You are not better than Hitler. You are not worse than Lord Buddha. And I will tell you the important things first. You got one speed, sweetheart. One speed, that's it. One speed. You're not a crazy maker. one speed. Uno. You really, 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 really. 5 reallys is the max speed normal. Really, 6 reallys is 5 reallys is 6 is the max to be normal. Let me just say it that way. This is high normal. 5. 6 is max normal. So you're really, really. So your slight, mild diagnosis outside of normal. Mild diagnosis outside of normal, sweetheart. Like to please. Like to please. Like to please. You naturally like to please, okay? That's why I was kind of going, it doesn't make you better than Hitler. You're like, what the? Because you just really, really like to please, baby. So that's the most important thing of everything. Quantity, intensity, direction, passion, want to please. Want to please. So it's not complicated. That's the speed. That's the main speed. You're the one speed. That's the main speed. Okay, the next thing you really, 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 which is slightly outside normal, sweetheart, try to please. Try to please. So you like to please like a saint with your pants on fire. You try to please like a saint. Okay, so that's the whole story there. That's the whole story. It's not complicated. Whoever found you, they are one lucky soul, really. Okay. That doesn't make you better than anybody else. You don't say, you don't wake up in the morning and write in your diary, today I want to please. I want to learn to want to please. I want to try to please. You don't. I'm trying to like to please. No, you don't. That's the way God made you. That's the way Divine Source made you. Because you are a spark of the divine. Source is unconditional love that creates the universe, blah, blah, blah. Your heart chakra in here, there's a little teeny piece of Divine Source. And that includes Mother God. So you get the Mother God aspect, which is actually more effective. I won't say more powerful than Father God, but more effective. Okay. I use the example of everyone loves Raymond, and I know other people have used that example too, but it's so easy. You know how Raymond's mother ran the place? That's how it is on the other side. You want to say your prayers and send your petitions, send it to the female aspect, Mother God. Okay, if you're Catholic, it's the Virgin. If you're Asian, or I forget the religion is Kuan Yin, or it's the Madonna, or that's the female that shows up on the planet. Like in Lourdes, France. Lourdes, France, the kids all saw the lady, right? All the people showed up. Kuan Yin, who shows up in different places. Also in the Soviet Union, there's a female aspect that shows up. So that they actually come and materialize. Because mothers love their kids. Fathers can go, well, all right, Oh, okay. Mother's like, big power. Big unconditional love. So you're in the female aspect. So it's very, very powerful. Okay, so like to please, try to please, try to please, like to please, like to please, try to please. That's your zone. No issues with control. That's the third component, and the less important. Okay, no issues with control. No issues with control. One of the easiest people to go with. Somebody can say, "Do you want to go roller skating or on a picnic?" You go, "Oh, I don't care. Well, I'm cool. Whatever. Let's do it." Or go to the library. You're going, "Cool. You're very flexible on that." Now, when you stir in the powers that you have and the energies that are flowing through you with unconditional love, liking to please, loving others, trying to please. It's easy to slightly err and not make time for yourself. Okay? Because you're naturally just try to please, like to please. And you're so loving. It's all good. You're not hurting anything. It's all good. But, and I have to say, like the however, you don't make time for yourself. You do not make time for yourself. So, do a meditation. Start off doing a meditation. You're probably busier than heck, and you're not going to change. Do a meditation. And if you want to listen to that meditation, the meditation that's free on that website, that's a different meditation too. But either one will work when you apply your willpower, your ability to focus in your unconditional love. So, try to please, like to please. You're a saint. No issues with control. Easy to get along with. I don't want to talk about this too much, but very passionate person. Passionate. And the only suggestion I can make is don't change, okay? If you lighten up on the control stuff and make some time for yourself, you'll feel better, and then you won't want that control so much. Okay? Correction. Your desires for filling up all your time with liking and pleasing will change a little bit, and you'll start treating yourself in a more loving fashion. Okay? All right. You and all your loved ones are always in my prayers. Okay, neck prayers. All right. Luis, I saved you for last on purpose, bro. I gotta be honest. I gotta be honest, bro. Well, your wife is one sweetheart. You already know that. You know her better than anybody. And Luis, this is not how you perceive yourself. This is not how others perceive you. This is how Divine Source made you. Doesn't make you good, doesn't make you bad. Just the way you are. No judgment whatsoever. You're not better than Hitler. You're not worse than Lord Buddha. And I will tell you the important things first. Now, bro, I'm going to be totally 100% straight with you no matter what. Okay, I don't know you from Boo. I don't know you. Daisy's pumping me with information here, and I'm placing it into a context that it may help you with learning your lessons with the least amount of pain. Additionally, this information is being integrated with the information that you may have just listened to that describes your beautiful spouse, that fantastic queen, that princess, that spark of the divine that you're blessed to be in the room with. Okay, first thing you really, 6 reallys is the max to be normal. Really. Holy mackerel. And I never give 9s. Those like profoundly outside normal. Profoundly outside normal. Okay, I don't know if I've done a profoundly. Profoundly is like socking somebody, where it hurts. Or kicking them. Profoundly outside normal. Tries to please. Tries. I'm not saying likes to. Tries to please. Profoundly outside normal. Tries to please. That's probably why your wife loves you. Big dummy. Tries to please. Okay, the next thing you really, so 3 is normal, mid-normal. 6 is max normal. Really is low normal. That's low. You're low normal. Like to please. So it's kind of like, You don't really like to please. You try like a nut. Okay, kind of like balances out. And not only do you low normal like to please, if somebody wants to dick with you, they're going to find out really quickly they picked the wrong dude to dick with. So you're not going to be abusive. You're not going to do something unfair. You're not going to do something that is immoral, but you have a backbone and a spine, and you have direction, and you're going to do what you want to do. And if something or someone or some event gets in your way, you've got the willpower to overcome it. And I'm being polite about the term overcome, because you will kick somebody's ass over and over. So you're the kind of person that, like, if I was going to retire, let me back up. At one point I had a corporation, and I was thinking, I was, Dun and Bradstreet did a report on me. And I was thinking, oh, look, I'm going to be rich for the rest of my life. I won't have to work. I can sell my company. And I was going to sell my company, or, train somebody and say, here, take it over. You're the guy I'd pick, because you're just going to plow through it and make everything work. Okay? Also, you have a beautiful, intelligent, spiritual wife. Okay? Her mind is your mind is her mind. You spend 60 days or 90 days in the same house with your spouse. What happens is you find yourself using vocabulary she uses, and you'll have entrainment of thought forms, and your cats and dogs and birds will all be like, what's going on? We understand. Look at this, they're doing the same thing every day. You just kind of get in the same zone. It suddenly becomes multi-dimensional mind, because now you're on internet. Okay, so you have thought forms coming in from Rome, China, Nebraska, Lima, Zurich, London. So to review, try to please like a total nut job. Likes to please, Stubborn and ornery? Yeah, you can be stubborn and ornery, no problem about that. Is he stubborn and ornery? No, not right now. Well, center click won't be too long. It'll be stubborn and ornery. I'm not saying mean or angry, just stubborn, Okay, so believe it or not, you don't have any issues of control. You just don't have any issues of control. You're just trying to make everything work. And somebody's got to steer the ship. Come on. I mean, you're not throwing people off the ship, but you're going to make them, you'll make them, do the right thing. You got to row faster, Frank. Okay? So, strength and protection. Highly intelligent, very responsible, actually becoming more responsible. Okay? More responsible. And that might make you be finding yourself in situations that will cause you to be possibly higher blood pressure, more tension. I'm a psychic. Everybody's been locked down for 3 months. Yeah, you might find yourself under more pressure. No, I mean, well, that too, but that you yourself, it'd be like if, you had a dachshund, those little hot dogs. You got a dachshund on a chain, you see a dog across the street and the dachshund's like, rah, 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 and you're like, okay, sorry, Charlie, cool it. Or you have like, two bull mastiffs, these dogs, big old dogs, they fight lions. You get two of them, big old chains, and they want to run across the street to go chew up some dog that's barking at them. Nah, 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 nah. Well, they're going to drag you across the street. Well, you're like holding bull mastiffs all the time. Big power. So you're blessed that you don't have control issues. You're blessed because you wouldn't work. You'd fracture and disintegrate. You're just like, you're doing the ropa-dopa, waiting to do the big comeback. That's Cassius Clay did the ropa-dopa, so you know. So don't change, okay? The suggestion is you need to make some time for yourself, okay? Now I say that to other people, like, you got to make time for yourself. You know, he said that to everybody. Yeah, but I didn't say they were profound something. Okay? Also, your wife is a super loving person who will help you. Okay? Be respectful of her. Be respectful of her. Seriously, bro. Just because she's so sweet and loving doesn't mean to be, sometimes have maybe a short temper on things. Okay? Okay? She's there to support you. Okay? Lucia, take this guy and make him meditate. Okay? Make him a cup of coffee. He probably wants a big, nice cup of coffee. Make him a cup of coffee. Make him comfortable. Sit up. Have him sit up straight in the bed. And just say, just take a second, listen to this. Get the Spanish meditation, or just do the inhale, exhale routine. Okay? You have to grab this guy by the horns and steer him. Okay? I know you love him enough to do it. Okay. I only have one suggestion that was really important. Louis, listen to your wife. Okay, she's coming from a place of unconditional love. Okay, you're not doing anything wrong. You just have more and more responsibilities and more, you know, like the bull mastiff stuff, big power. And you try like a nut. Okay, and you don't really like that much. So it's kind of like saying, you know, how hot is this candle? Instead of putting your hand over the candle, you're like, oh, it's hot. Oh, it's getting hotter. You don't want to do that. So the lesson that you charted in this incarnation is to treat yourself in a loving fashion. Okay? You need to treat yourself in a loving fashion. You do. Okay, not her. Not anybody else. You need to. So don't try so hard. Don't try to please so hard. Don't try so hard. Okay? Just ease up a bit. It's okay, it'll get better. And when you stop trying so hard to please, it'll be more fun. You'll like it more. That's exactly what will happen. Okay? And what will happen, whatever it is you do, my brother, whatever it is you do, your wife is there to help you and you're there to help her. Okay? It's a wonderful combination. Okay? Especially in times like this. All right? And you're passionate too. Like I said, your wife's very passionate, very, very passionate. Wonderful combination. It's a blessing. Very passionate. Congratulations. Okay. What are we? 12 minutes, not too bad. 13 minutes. Okay. I want to make a comment here. If you want to book a reading, do it. And the less I know about you, the better. So don't tell me anything. Do your normal signature, and below it print your full name, first and last name. And I have two magnificent artists that participate, Sachi and Grace, and you can see their information probably on this in the end of the show, hopefully. You need something artistic, or you want to learn to do something. Now, I'm not an art person. I don't know, but their stuff is really good. And this is from Peru, Lima. And that's online classes, instruction, that sort of thing. Probably some free stuff too. I know Sachi has some free stuff. I would be surprised if Grace doesn't either. Also, we have a personal friend. It's actually my wife's dancing friend, dancing group. Here in Peru, a lot of dancing. I don't dance. First time I met my wife, I danced. I don't dance. We were in Provence, France. I danced. He's like, I don't dance very often. Anyway, she goes to dance twice a week, you know, till the lockdown. So one of her friends is Jeanette Benavides. So Jeanette sent us an email that she has a YouTube that she's opened up for people to send in recipes for people to share. And these are Peruvian recipes. And her name is Jeanette Benavides. And in Facebook, on YouTube, it's spelled B as in boy, E-N-A, V as in Victor, I-D-E-S. Benavides Cooking. Benavides Cooking on YouTube. And she and her dancing husband, he puts me to shame. He's a really nice guy. They have one of the, if not the finest, catering services here in Lima, Peru. So the Peruvian thing is good. So if you're a foodie, speaking to my daughter, Sarah, I love you. If you're a foodie, you can go to Benavides Cooking. Okay, there's the plug for Jeanette. So, okay, Earth is a school. These three people got some information. I'm not telling them what to do. That's some general guidance. And the more loving you are, the more you learn compassion and patience, and that's what you take to the other side. So at the moment, the globe is going through an episode of challenges, and that are going to exercise and strengthen our ability to focus, our willpower, and our unconditional love. And the way to do that is to connect with your higher self, to your brain, to the cells of your body, to the space between the subatomic particles, where the resonances emerge that assist the DNA in your body to function in a healthy fashion. So it's, kind of a mind, body, soul sort of thing. All right? You and all your loved ones are always in my prayers.